What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Watching Paint Dry here on Another Letdown Media. My name is Zach from Another Letdown and the This Is Difficult video game podcast. I'll be your host this evening. This is the show where I hang out with my good buddies at the end of a long week, probably long after we should have gone to bed, and work on the ridiculous backlog of miniatures that we have kicking around to paint. Right now on the line, I've got my friend Mike, aka Broody Gambit. How's it going, man?
It's going great. Very excited to be here.
Me too. And I just spoke to Adam like half an hour ago. I know he's coming. I'm guessing he's just running a little bit late. Also, like, Discord alerts may or may not be working. It was kind of a miracle that Broody even found that I was ready to go here. So, who knows? We'll see. I have every expectation that Adam will be joining us momentarily. I'm working on finishing up the Mad Hatter tonight, as well as starting on Professor Pig. Who have you got on the deck?
I have Luke Skywalker from that I opened last week.
Yeah, so excited. As with all the shows that we host on the Another Letdown Media channel, we believe in civil rights for absolutely everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against that goal are not welcome and will not be tolerated. Let's get to painting. Main broadcast, thank you. Okay. So how's your week been?
It's been good. Work's been a little bit busy. I took Friday off, so that was nice. Last weekend, one of my coworkers got sick, so I ended up working the weekend shift for her.
Oh.
And so I had like 4 hours that I got to use. And
Yeah.
I just took 4 hours of PTO and just took all of Friday off.
Nice. That's awesome.
I thought I deserved it at that point in time.
Yeah, I would wholeheartedly agree with you. So I'm discovering quickly here that I'm not overly fond of the greens that I have.
Yeah?
I think I need a darker one, but I'm going to try and pull this off. I'm going to do like a little corner, and if I don't love it, I'm going to mix some. We'll see how that works out.
I went to get more paints at the Games Workshop near where I live.
Yeah.
And like in terms of green bases, they pretty much have wog flesh, and that's it.
Well, I have wog flesh and I have Caliban green, which is I believe what I used last time.
I don't have Caliban green. I guess I have this Deathwood Forest.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a brownish green. But I was looking for something more of a base coat that's similar to like this color, but they only had the layer.
Yeah.
That's a mood green.
That's an old pot, dude.
Is it?
I think.
I was about to say, it has like the new logo on the front.
Yeah, it does.
As
It's
opposed
mood
to
green,
like
right?
the old logos.
Is it an old pot? Is it a new pot? Is it a new pot? And we just haven't gotten a shipment in a while. Which would not surprise me. Hey, Kirk, how you doing, man? Oh, I think this will work. It's maybe not ideal, but it'll get the job done. I'm going for pretty good coverage here, so and I will pick out some details with a different color. I got a brighter green that I can use. You're doing all right. Good. Glad to hear you're feeling better after that second shot. I know it can be a whopper. We vaccinated some of our students yesterday. I think I mentioned that on the stream, and that was an interesting experience. Students don't love needles.
I'd say a lot of people don't like needles.
It's true.
I'm not too fond of them myself.
I don't love them, but I don't hate them either. I mean, most of my vaccination shots, like my flu shot and stuff, my wife gives me, so a little easier to handle when it's someone you know that well. Administering it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're sitting in a parking lot in a huge mob of cars, and someone who you've never met in your life comes up to your window and says, "Can I stick this in your arm?" and you're saying yes, it's a little intimidating. Yeah, this bright green is actually working pretty well. I'm actually really liking it. It is Warpstone Glow. I also did a little bit of learning and growing. So I'll trigger the GIF here. Apparently, the Colia Green shade that I've been using is a gloss varnish, or gloss wash. And it's just not marketed as such because there is also Bealtan Green, which is flatter.
What's the difference between the gloss and the flat?
Well, remember I was complaining when I did the Riddler Thugs about the green shade being shiny? Apparently Bealtan Green doesn't have that awful shine to it. So when I do Riddler himself, I'm going to try that and see where we end up with it. I'm not going to make any promises, but here's hoping it works a little better. So my wife bought a new car this week.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah. It's a nice little, or little. It's a nice big tank. I'm kind of notorious for preferring smaller vehicles myself. And when she comes home with this giant Subaru Forester, I was like, whoa. Okay. Surprised me a little bit, but that's all right. Oh my god, my eyes are twitching like crazy.
That's not good.
Nope. It's this weird spasm I get. I don't know why it happens, and it's totally unpredictable. But when I'm painting or working on something high detail like this, every once in a while my eyes will just go blip, 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 blip. Is that the Fuegan Orange or something like that?
Jokero Orange.
Jokero Orange, yep. I get the feeling that you and I are going to end up approaching that mini exactly the same way. Did you see the ridiculous pile of Crisis Protocol minis I picked up today?
I did see that picture you posted.
Here's Adam.
Sorry about that.
That's all right, dude. No trouble.
Ooh. So it turns out when a print goes wrong, it's a bit of a mess.
Oh no.
Yeah. I definitely did not make the supports thick enough.
Okay.
And so large pieces of it came off and were in the tray, and the displacement of that caused it to overflow in there. So.
Oh my.
Yeah. So I had to clean up a bunch of resin.
Fair enough.
That sucked.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
At least it's like easy to clean. You know? Like,
yeah.
It's just like you just have to be so thorough that it's a little time consuming.
Yep. Well, we figured we'd jump on, and we knew you'd join us at some point.
Yeah. Alright. Let me get my... I gotta scrape the stuff out of my palette here.
Yeah.
Ooh. What are you guys painting tonight?
I'm
I got
keeping
Luke
on.
Skywalker.
Yeah, he's got the Luke Skywalker that I gave him last week.
Nice. Well, that's looking good, man.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I've got mine to do at some point, but I gotta finish the green stuff. I buggered up the magnet slot on his shoulder.
Yeah.
And I gotta just
I
fix
was about to
that.
say I've got mine.
Yeah, yours is a little bit of a gap.
You're doing Hatter tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish Hatter, and then I've got Professor Pig.
Not my favorite.
So,
No,
yeah.
I kind of hate him.
Yeah, I really don't like Professor Pig either.
Does anyone really like him? Like, is
They
he
keep
anyone's
bringing
favorite?
him back, but I feel like he's nobody. Nobody likes him.
I've never heard anyone say Professor Pig is my favorite.
Right.
So yeah, I thought that some of those would turn out, but none of them did. So
No,
that
just
sucked.
a giant waste.
Yeah, it's okay. Nothing's a waste if you learn from it. So,
Exactly. Learning and
That's a very good
growing.
attitude to have.
What was that?
That's a very good attitude to have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should have not messed with it and just kept the defaults on, honestly.
Well, I mean, now we know.
Yeah.
And that is a lesson that we can all benefit from because, I mean, so quite honestly, Adam, chat doesn't know really what we're even talking about here.
I got a 3D printer for my birthday,
Yeah.
and it's great. I'm going to show you a couple in just a second here that I've done. The two successful ones that I've done that will show you.
Yeah.
As soon as I get this going here.
Yep. Oh my god.
That's squished. Oh, hell, I need to get a new palette. Time for one of those. These things are like $1 or something.
They're so cheap. I think I have a
Yeah.
pile of them somewhere at the school.
We are going to paint Rocket and Groot tonight. I wanted to do them at the same time because Groot will be a pretty easy paint job.
Yeah, although I will say painting plants is really fun.
I imagine. I'm really excited for it. Let me just turn that one. Turn it on. We got.
There we go.
There we go. All right. But the reason I want to do them both at once is because Rocket is standing on this plant
Oh,
thing.
cool.
So I want to make sure that the colors match
Mm-hmm.
on the two of them. So there's that. The two that I printed, I did rebase on Crisis Protocol bases. So there's a Widowmaker.
Nice.
Let me zoom in here.
From Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Yeah, there she is. Really nice. She came out great, I think.
Yeah.
And then the other one is Sombra.
Wow.
Also,
I enjoy playing with Sombra.
What's that?
I enjoy playing with Sombra.
Yeah, me too.
I need to play more Overwatch. I enjoyed and I was more into Battleborn, which came out around the same time.
Okay, so you're the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am the one.
Yeah.
It didn't help that Battleborn did have a character exclusively designed with me in mind. His name was Benedict. He was an eagle that flew around with a rocket launcher. So.
Oh my god, that's hysterical.
Pretty rad.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Get out of the box. Don't die on me.
Oh,
Okay, actually, good place for that.
it's not clear. My gun's still up. I have so many extra Crisis Protocol bases, which
Oh
is
my
great.
god, right?
Yeah, I love that happens.
Yes, it is decidedly a good thing.
Now I can print all of the characters I want and put them on those, and they'll all match and be in the same size, and I don't have to worry about any of that.
Yeah.
I will say resin is very hard to cut through.
Oh yeah. Yes, it
I
is.
did not know that. So I won't be. I mean, I'll be doing some adjustments in terms of like how I print some things.
Well, it makes me wonder if we can just fabricate Crisis Protocol minis. We probably can.
There's some models on there, on the internet.
Yeah, I was okay.
I did do like one of the ones that failed that I'm gonna retry tomorrow. Was Hawkeye, because I don't want to buy Hawkeye.
Oh my god, yeah, I know. That's the dumbest thing ever. Hey,
I'm
Seamus
so
is here and
pissed off.
RPD.
Hey,
Why
what's
don't
up?
you want to
bud?
buy Hawkeye?
Shamali's
Because
around.
it comes with Black Widow, and I don't want to pay for another Black Widow because
Oh,
and
you come with Black Widow in the core set?
Yeah. They did the same
don't
thing
need
with
two
Black
Black-
Cat. It's like, why? I don't need another Amazing Spider-Man. Thank you.
right. I don't need two Spider-Mans. And I thought the Crisis Protocol was immune to that, but apparently not.
Apparently not.
Are they like identical?
No,
No,
they're dumb amounts of similar.
Yeah, they're different skulls, but like I don't really care that much. I don't need more than one, you know.
Like,
Right.
are like the game cards, like if you picked one over the other, the same?
I don't know about that. I'm not sure.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, we're not playing that game. We're playing Augs, so...
That is true.
Yeah,
Shamali and...
I do get these with the intent of modifying them for Augs.
Yep. That is... I was telling some customers that they were like, oh my god, who's getting that? I'm like, that is for me. Because... Is that within arm's reach? Yes! Oh my god, it is. This is... I don't think I'm going to be able to get this on camera, but this box is full of Crisis Protocol minis.
That's so cool.
And I'm so excited about them. That represents, like, a lot of dollars in store credit.
Yeah. Keep coming out with more.
Yeah, I know, right? And I've got so many on order. I've got Luke Cage and Iron Fist. I've got Taskmaster and... Or, sorry, not Taskmaster. Kraven and Mysterio and I think Carnage is one of them.
I think Carnage is with Mysterio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was very excited about Mysterio, and then I just hate Carnage, so...
Yeah, dude, I have to get Mysterio. I gotta make Guardian Devil Mysterio. And, like, I really want to write that as a scenario, too. Frogs. But that's a ways down the road. Seeing as how even finding time to test Brotherhood of Mutants stuff is difficult. Oh my god. Oh, I just nailed his eyes.
Okay.
RPD asks, which Spider Mini is the original one and which one's the clone? No, Ben Reilly is not part of this.
The thought occurred to me
Miles
to
Morales
paint
is.
as Ben Reilly,
Yeah.
but also the Black Cat sculpt is not very
It's-
good in my opinion.
It doesn't look good. I mean, I guess you make so many minis that are off the chain amazing, and you're bound to screw one up.
Yeah, it just seems like a weird one to screw up. Like
How hard
they
is
have
it?
her
Yeah.
like flipping, and
Yeah, it's like, why? Like, yeah, she does some amount of that, but not like that's not her only thing.
Which brown am I going to use for this?
I used Dryad bark. I think was my base. Steel Legion Drab would also work. I'm trying to find it. I'm not sure. A few weeks ago, I drew an X on top of it because it was dead. And now I can't find the replacement. Oh, is this it? Yeah, Dryad bark. Dryad bark was my base. For trees.
Get all of these out. Where's my handle? Tell you what. Have kids if you want to lose everything. All the time.
Yeah.
Big enough.
Boy, I don't know what the hell is going on with this guy's face.
There it is.
I'm gonna take a look at this off camera.
Pop rocket on there. I do think I'm gonna put down some of the Astro Granite now, so it's dry by the time I hit the base.
There you go. Again, with the Gotham City Chronicles does not know how to sculpt heads.
Really?
Yeah, it just looks like a blob. It looks like an amorphous blob.
Are you painting the blob?
And it's not Clayface.
And it's not Clayface. But they're all clones. The original had its head cut off by Mace Windu. Wrong franchise there, Seamus. Would you care to try again? Oh, shoot. I don't have it. Oh, boy. What's going on with his leg? I missed a bit.
So I mentioned that I took yesterday off.
Yeah.
And I did do a little bit of painting. So I did this dude.
Who the hell is that?
It's a character called Dandy Starship from Relic Knights. He is like a pop star singer. Anyway, I did this with like minimal washes. Most of all of the work is layering for the coloring and stuff.
Nice. I can see it. That's the way I used to do it.
Relic Knights had some nice sculpts.
Sorry, what?
Relic Knights had some really nice sculpts.
Yeah, I grabbed a handful of them because I used to play with first edition and then everyone dropped off. So I still have some like leftovers to paint, but
Well, they're out of business now, aren't they?
no. They're still making new stuff.
Oh,
Ninja Division has it.
I thought Ninja Division closed down.
That's what I thought too.
I was about to say, I just ordered these like last week, so
News to us.
yeah.
Good though. Good news.
I have like all of Super Dungeon is currently unpainted, so that's if I ever run out. What's that?
That's a lot to paint there.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
a lot.
it is. Well, it is a ninja division, so of course it operates in the shadows without normal people knowing about it. Alright, that's fine.
Just about right. That took forever.
Rudy, you are flying through that model.
Let's see, there's not a lot of... I mean, I'm past the big part being like the jumpsuit,
Yeah.
but I'm doing a little bit of the more intricate detail.
Right.
I also Zenfell primed this one, so you can see the top of his hand is like still primed white, but while the underside still is black
Yeah.
for shadow.
Do just eyes real quick.
Does anybody know what the cards in the hat band of the Mad Hatter are usually?
It is. They're not playing cards.
Right.
It's the size, and I think it says in the style 10/4. I believe
10/4.
is what it says.
Okay, then I'm going to do that with... Do I try to do it with a brush, or do I try to do it with... I can probably get away with a brush. Let me give it a shot.
In the animated series, it has a 10/6.
10/6?
Okay. I may have been wrong on the number in the original book also. I knew there was a 10.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew there was a 10.
I just pulled it out since I had Google up for my Luke Skywalker reference also, so...
Fair enough.
Because I had no idea what it was.
Yeah.
That Groot looks awesome.
Yeah, he's such a cool sculpt.
The hand bothers me a little bit. It's like turned a little weird, but like
yeah.
Overall, it's really nice. Let me get this boy. And I think we're gonna use the dark highlights. I think Ruddy Flesh is too dark. That's too weird.
No, I'm gonna have to do that with a marker. Surface is too uneven. Do it with a brush. Which, if you guys give me 2 seconds, I can probably just go get. I'll be right back.
This one's gonna go so fast, oh my god.
It's always nice on the ones that just kind of are mostly a single color coat.
Yeah. Like he's already looking decent. Just with that base coat of brown on there.
Yes. Right. Oh, shoot. Okay, I got the 10/6. Uh-oh. Yeah, but my camera stopped working. This is interesting. Okay, there we go. We're good. Everything's fine. But yeah, I managed to write 10/6 on his hat. I use a Copic multiliner to do that. And I thought for sure that it was out in my bag, but it turns out it was not. My wife had stolen it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I've played Overwatch all of once, so yeah. Nice. That's a one-off. Yeah, they're trying to sell product for sure. They even had a voice actor who sounds uncannily like Ryan Reynolds do the Deadpool commercial. No, I do too. That's a good question. I wish we had the answer. Marvel as I screw up painting eyes that I had at one point done properly. And I'm doing it off camera because I can't see. This This is making for really good television. I'm glad you guys are. What's that? Oh, yeah, no, it's a learning process to try and get. Yeah. Yep. Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I keep screwing this up. I do have a smaller brush. Look at that. Have to get the job done. Pyro, I mean, didn't we have trouble finding Pyro, like, to begin with? Like, for just card art? I know, right? Like, he was a cool character in the movies. I mean, he's a cool character, full stop, but... True. He's 0% Australian. Yeah. He is enormous. Yep, and I think I finally got Mad Hatter's eyes right. Oh my god. Yeah, he did. Oh, that's going to be real interesting because they're so flatly colored. Yeah. All right, I need light flesh, Kislev flesh. Yeah. Oh, hello. So I bought Mass Effect. Yep. And the reason I was telling Chamali earlier, when it first came out and I first played it, I played it on my buddy's computer. So I never actually bought it. And I felt that because I played so much of it, literally monopolizing my roommate's computer when he wasn't in the apartment for months, I felt like I owed them. Mm-hmm. It's always been one of my favorites. Oh, geez. That was weird. Your mic's
What?
just cut out for no reason.
Both of ours?
Yeah. Like, they're all sound other than my own mic. Just like Slobs was just like, nah, don't feel like playing this anymore.
Streaming, man. Faye is coming over on Monday night to completely do my stream setup from scratch.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Are you streaming this Monday at all?
No, I'm in meetings all day.
Gross. Sounds miserable.
I hate meetings.
Me too.
I'd be drawing. I wanted to be drawing like non-stop right now, but things happen.
It's true. And it just means we've been able to play more Mercenary Kings, so...
We're just like... Yeah, I think the rest of this, I think the base coat is all that really needs to happen there. And then, like, you know, do the shading stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just move on to Rocket.
Mercenary Kings is going great, RPD. Thank you for asking. Adam has become determined to build every gun in the game.
Yes, right, yeah. I can do it. It's
Oh, I know.
not that hard.
No. does require some amount of repetition, but like it's Chamali and I aren't paying enough attention to the story of the game that it matters to us. We're just like, oh, what are we doing in this level? Oh, we've already done this? Oh, okay, don't remember it. Whatever, fine. Oh, I should use this. Darn. Oh well. Bright green. Oh, should shake this. Haven't used it in a while.
He's a little guy.
Oh god, this is not an easy can to open. I mean, my goal is not dissimilar, RPD. My goal is to build every submachine gun in the game. And possibly other things after. I'm not far off of that goal right now. Did you guys ever watch there was a TV show in the early part of the aughts called The Loop?
No, I watched the movie.
I've never heard of it.
It's about a kid just out of college who becomes an airline executive.
No.
It's really
Like by
just
accident?
no, it's on purpose. Like he gets in, he gets the job based on his college thesis, and then he finds himself just way over his head because he wants to, have a life.
Right.
I've been watching that lately. It's on Hulu.
So I did not see that. I did not see a movie based on that. I'm thinking
No.
of something.
There is a movie of similar title, but it's not the same. Alright, so I want to patch up his tongue, and I think we're good to dry brush. Looper is another movie. That's Hayden Christensen and
No. Looper's
Looper's the
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis and
Jumper.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yep. I'm thinking of Jumper.
Yeah. And no, I was not thinking of. So I think I was thinking of In the Loop
Oh, okay. Yep.
with, I believe, James Gandolfini was in it.
Yeah, I think so.
I haven't seen that movie in years, so I don't remember.
Mm-hmm. Adam, you're off camera again.
Thank you.
Yep. I just happened to look up. I'm not finding this model. Ugh.
Lots of browns today. Lots of browns.
I'm gonna have to try something different.
Okay. So now then we need to get in some tight spaces here. This way.
Mike, have you kept up with the Mighty Ducks show?
I have. I just watched this week's episode this morning.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed.
I haven't been very impressed overall with the series, but
I've been a little more optimistic, I think, than you have, but it's just... There's something missing. What?
It's very rough at times.
Yeah.
And as much as I love the original ones had more focus on the actual hockey.
Yep. This is so much to do with off the ice.
They haven't even gotten done people to do the hockey scenes. It's very it seems to be the actual hockey game parts are an afterthought to these people.
I wonder. Okay, so this is kind of a random stream of consciousness. You're kind of have to follow me on this journey. I wonder if that's because of COVID restrictions.
I don't think they. I thought they shot that before COVID, but
no, it was during. They because Emilio Estevez has said in interviews that they are going to address the George Floyd stuff because it was all happening in Minnesota while they were filming there.
I was hoping that this hockey show would touch on race issues.
I know, right?
But I don't care that much. I'm not watching it.
Yeah, I wanted it to be so much better than it is.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that boat.
I'm giving it a fair shot. More than a fair shot. Most shows I'll give 2 episodes, and then if it's not good, I'll just stop. But
I feel like the trailer did not look good. So
it's just so Disney Channel.
Well, yep. That's what it looked like.
If I want to watch The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, I'll watch The Sweet Life. Oh, no, I won't watch The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. That show sucked, but you know what I mean.
I'll watch The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, then please wake up, Zach. Your loved ones are waiting for you.
Exactly.
To pull through this coma.
So the drawback of magnetizing things is anytime I bump it, I have a miniature heart attack when I see the lightsaber janking out in a random direction.
Yep. Alright, I just smoothed out a lot of color here, and I'm much happier with this model than I was. I tried to save it with dry brushing, and that just didn't happen. But this seems to have worked. Just didn't put quite thick enough a layer down over the base and ink wash. Alright, I gotta get his tongue. What color are tongues?
Pink.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of pink. Ugh. I mean, it's probably more of a pink horror than Emperor's Children, right?
Probably. Do you want me to stick my tongue on that camera?
That's all I'm doing. I'm sticking my tongue out. Listen, if David Cage can write a buddy cop Lifetime movie very special episode that totally ended racism by pressing the triangle button, why can't the Disney Channel follow up?
I know I've said this. I don't know if I said this on stream, Did I say the John Stewart quote
I don't remember if that was on stream or just to me and Shamali.
from the Oscars?
You definitely mentioned it within like the last week, but I don't know if it was
know.
on stream or if it was just quietly to me and Shamali.
Apologies if I'm repeating this, but it's one of my favorite things that has ever happened is in the Oscars when Jon Stewart hosted it. They did this montage of all of like important movies like Philadelphia that dealt with AIDS and all of the big like issue focused movies. And it was like a very self-important serious montage with dramatic music, and it stopped and everyone clapped, and then Jon Stewart turned to the camera and deadpan said, and none of those issues were ever problems again.
Yep. Yep. That is... God, I miss Jon Stewart so much. Does Mad Hatter have, like, red hair, or does he have...
I think he's got blonde hair.
I would describe it as strawberry blonde.
But yeah. My God, there's some creepy Mad Hatter art out there.
Yeah. He's a creepy
He's
character.
a creepy dude. Yeah, okay. I got it. So I need to go with probably a color I don't have. Oh, no. Here's Carrick Stone. That'll work. Maybe. Oh. Better idea. Ushab T-Bone.
Okay, and of course, this thing doesn't have his tail on it. It's just black stripes on his tail, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's how raccoons tend to be.
Look at raccoons that often.
When I was a kid, I was fascinated by raccoons. They were like my favorite animal for so many years.
Alligators were my big ones.
Alligators are dope.
Now it's rhinos. I love rhinos.
Rhinos are sick.
Mine is still orangutans.
Surprising absolutely no one.
Yeah.
To be fair, raccoons are pretty great. Why do you think I'm okay with raccoons being kind of my motif? Yeah. Raccoons are pretty great. Smart little buggers.
So we had at one point in time, someone called the animal control, just like around where I work, the Forsyth County. I was like, "There's a monkey loose." So like we shut down everything, had to like do a census and all kinds of crazy stuff, and then like it turned out it was just a raccoon, and it's a pain in the butt whenever that happens because yeah, we have to go through all these hoops and making sure that everything's accounted for, and it's just like a afternoon of just frustrating work
Yeah.
when you're trying to do other things also.
Right.
You think I should just go straight for black, or should I try and find dark black? I should do black. Because everything else is going to darken around it.
Right. Okay. Where did I get this from? I did recently discover, Adam, that, and I probably should, well, I haven't sent it yet. Corvus Black, Citadel Corvus Black, is a very, 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 very dark gray that works well for things like hair.
I usually mix blue.
Mm-hmm.
Although, like, I'm specifically doing comic book stuff. So
Right.
I usually will mix blue and then wash it black.
Mhm.
And it will have a very strong effect to it.
So just super dark blue, and yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, well, I'll blend a blue and a black
Yeah.
together. So
That's almost what I did with her for her like cape and boots and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I used like a turquoise with a black gray for the base, and then just highlighted with some blue.
Yeah. RPD, what should I build tonight? Because the one character I have clear direction for is yet another provocateur villain, and I did one of those like 2 weeks ago. I also have a third project I can start with since the one from last week's. Well, I should probably not do. Up to you, RPD. That's all pretty much Greek to me. I gotta be honest with you. I've got the Metroid soundtrack playing today.
nice.
Yeah.
How that goes.
Yeah, more or less. It's Metroid Prime, so it's a little bit more fancy, but like, yeah, more or less.
I used to listen to that every night when I went to sleep.
Yeah, that seems good.
I liked it. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's good or not.
No, I'm like, my point is like, I can see falling asleep to that. Seems strong. Work. Glove highlighting. This is not white. It is Ulthuan Grey. Adam, I was telling Broody before we went live, once again, our store has had to reorder Sentinel Comics RPG.
Well, what to hear.
Yeah.
I just like people playing it because it's the best RPG ever.
It's so good. I wish I could do more proper demonstrations at the store right now, but unfortunately people don't have the attention span to sit. Well, I guess attention span is the wrong word, but people are not yet willing to sit down and play games yet. Neither do I particularly have time working there one day every 14.
Jeez.
It's just what I can commit, you know? It's a 20-minute drive from home, and it's an hour and 10 from school. So if I want to have any time to do anything else, I just can't be there.
Yeah. Sucks, dude.
It sucks, but summer's coming. I've already got several people who have expressed interest in learning the game, so. We've got a bunch of people signed up to pre-order Definitive Edition.
I hope that people like it.
Oh my god, dude. I've shown, the art that you've made public so far to people, and they're, like, dying over it. They're so excited. I got one buddy he's been coming to our store for years, and he just buys comics. And I was like, dude, look at this art. And without hesitation, he was identifying who you were paying homage to. And he's like, I think I may have to buy this game. I was like, well, Adam will appreciate hearing that.
I did it.
Mm-hmm. Finally getting to a point with this mini that I'm actually kind of happy with it. Hit it with the final dry brush and we'll see what happens. Several people interested in learning and growing. Okay, Terminatus Stone. I'm gonna need more of this soon. Yeah. Okay. I'm not disappointed by that. So the third project I mentioned is actually doing the This Is Difficult Rubitaro stream family universe in WW. Oh my god. That sounds hysterical, RPD. What do I usually call it? The This Is Difficult Network at Large?
Boy, okay. But that's the fur done.
Well, I mean, that's a start. That's an important part.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
hate doing fur.
the face is like hard. What's that?
I hate doing fur. I'm really bad at doing fur on animals.
Yeah, it's rough. I basically what I one of the early minis I did was that modified, like I had that extra Hob figure that I turned into Tiger Claw.
Mm-hmm.
And for that, what I learned with that one is like I get the paint on there, and then like I don't like point the brush. You know, like how I always like lick the brush and point it with, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I let it flay out a little bit.
Right on.
Look at this. This is what we're looking at here. Orange. I did not get a lot of opportunity to use bright orange.
You're right. I was so excited when I did Zaz because bright orange pants.
Yeah.
And Hatter has this bright orange like cravat thing. Small detail,
Yeah, I'm
but it
looking
really.
forward to the animated series ones. There's a lot of real bright colors on that.
Yeah. All right, I gotta patch up this base. And then Mad Hatter is gone.
Did I tell you I found on Amazon that you can get little domes that will work for Mr. Freeze's head?
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that you can paint it and then just pop that right on there. So like, but they come in like a set of like a bunch, so we should just all go in on one set.
Yeah.
So we've all got them.
That does sound like a good plan. I think I'm going to build the promotion. This is difficult. At large takes place in. So I hope you're okay with me. Yeah, fine. Do it, RPD. Sounds fun. All right, I think Mad Hatter is complete. It's not my favorite mini that I've ever painted, but he looks pretty okay.
Simeon? Very nice. He turned out good.
Yeah,
he looks awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Professor Pig. This gross mother trucker. I'm going to do like a pale green. Oh, and I also learned, don't leave miniatures in the paint handle over the course of a week. Because Mad Hatter's base is hella warped.
That makes sense.
Yep. But that's alright. So I think I want to do a pale green shirt. Khakis. I'm definitely going to do some blood for the blood god on the apron. Other than that, this should be a pretty straightforward paint.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's popular enough that he made it into Arkham.
Briefly. Or was he in Arkham Knight?
He's
I
in
haven't played that.
He's in the third one as a side quest.
Yeah,
oh, okay. So I haven't played that yet.
But I guess like there's a few in there that are some deep cuts. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
They were running out of ideas in Arkham Knight.
That's the idea that or the impression that I'm getting so far. I haven't started, but I've started reading up on it because it'll be probably this week.
I really love the Man Bat quest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've heard that one's good.
Have you not played that one?
I have not played that one.
Oh, I thought you. Okay.
It's the only one I haven't played.
Okay. Do you know the spoilers?
Oh, some of them. Oh,
Okay. I didn't want to make accidentally.
yeah, no, it's not a big deal. I'm not worried about spoilers on this one. Frankly, I don't worry that much about spoilers anyway.
Yeah, spoilers. Batman fights some criminals and
Yeah, right?
may or may not win at the end.
At this moment, RPD, if you're really going for... no. Yeah, it's gotta be... Yes, we're listening to Metroid Prime tonight, Kirk. It's gotta be local, but Josh's, like, intro... Josh has gotta be the hype man. Has to play it off as if it's world famous. It might be. Kirk, I don't have enough screen real estate to actually be monitoring it at any given time. But I think so.
It's going doo 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 doo. That's. I'll turn up the stream real quick. Here.
I was about to say, is this the point where I mentioned that Metroid Prime is the only Metroid game I've ever played?
It was for me for a very long time. I didn't play Super Metroid until very late. It is my favorite, far away.
Of them. I really love Metroid Prime, though.
Yeah, it's so good.
Paul hated it forever.
Well, he still is a little bitter toward it because Josh and I occasionally will go off and be like, "Oh my God, we need another Metroid Prime." What is it, 3? And like
four.
Yeah, and we're like sitting there begging Nintendo that definitely doesn't listen to this is difficult to make another Metroid Prime game or another Metroid game at all.
Yeah, they say they have 4 in the works.
That's what I've heard.
What?
They say they have 4 in the works.
Right.
They delayed it indefinitely, though.
Exactly. That's yeah.
Hey, Duke Nukem Forever came out, so...
That is true, it did.
Well, in the words of Miyamoto, the late game will eventually be good. A bad game is bad forever.
Yeah, a Rush game is back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
Rush.
he is absolutely correct. I am 100% always willing to wait on greatness. Captain Kirk, how's your evening going? I know you're here at the very beginning, but oftentimes you are doing other things at the same time, which we respect and enjoy and appreciate. Shoot. Well, that was always the Blizzard mantra too, wasn't it? Eating mashed potatoes so good.
Yeah, not since Activision.
Right. Well, yeah.
It's not Activision's motto.
No.
Oh yeah. Oh, nice, nice. Yo, I remember when I had my wisdom teeth out. Sorry, guys, this is a random tangent brought up by chat. I made the mistake of watching the Tintin cartoon while I was hopped up on pain meds. Boy, is that show trippy.
I haven't watched that since I was a kid. I never really liked it.
Really? I loved it.
I was not really into it. I was like, I was kind of like, I don't know. I think it was kind of a dumb kid, though.
I never really watched the old cartoon, but I did see the movie that came out a few years back. That's like the only experience I have with Tintin.
Oh, I have the complete set of the comics. I have a lot of them in the original French too. The family that I stayed with when I was living in France, we had some trouble connecting, and part of that is the language barrier, but part of it is also cultural, and I was having a crazy bout of homesickness while I was there. But we did bond over Tintin because they had all of them in the original French, and I would just sit and read them forever. And so they, for a couple of years after I left, they would send me copies every now and again.
How long did you live in France?
Hmm?
How long did you live in France?
3 weeks. Not very long.
Okay. My sister lived there for like a couple years. I've never been, but
It's really pretty.
Yeah, I went after freshman year in high school for 2 weeks on a school trip.
Yeah, ours was a school trip also. But it was, I did not know how bad homesickness was until I got there. My, between the Tintin cartoons and my family the family that I stayed with just being super, super nice and accommodating, the thing that kept me grounded while I was there was the movie Underworld, which I freaking love because of it. Basically, I just watched Underworld over and over and over and over and over again because it was the only English language film that they had.
I think when we were in Japan, we did we had host family too.
Yeah.
But they split us all up, and my brother, I think he watched Eraser with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh
I
my God.
love that movie. Oh my god.
I was busy experiencing Japanese culture. He was watching Eraser. It's not entirely like he did other things too. But
You mean like buying an orange Game Boy Advance?
yes.
Oh, Paul. What's this doing? Ah! Being attacked by brushes. And buying ninja shoes. Yeah, that's true. It's another good Paul story.
I'm gonna punish him forever for that.
Well, my big purchases while I was in France were, and again because homesickness, a Green Day CD and a CD by the band Cold. Oh dear. And those were also contributing elements to my surviving crazy homesickness. But when I left, my host family, the first day I was there, they took me to a soccer game, and I absolutely had a blast. European soccer is so much more fun than American soccer to watch. Because...
Well, it would have to be.
Right. But like there were literally people setting off fireworks in the stands.
Oh my god.
It was so dangerous. Jean and I thought we were gonna die. But we didn't. And his team won in the final, 10 seconds of the game. It was a 0-0 tie going into extra time. And it was just an unbelievable fun time. And because I had so much fun there, and it was easily the most fun that I had while I was there. And again, not saying that it wasn't fun, because it was definitely a great experience, but that was the best time. When I left to get on the plane, they handed me a jersey from that, not like a game worn jersey or something like that, but just like a jersey from that team that we saw, Saint-Etienne. Allez les Verts. And I still wear it all the time. Oh my god. My cousin's trying to get a hold of me. Just jump in stream chat, dude.
Cousins, right?
Well, he knows I'm streaming, and yet he insists on texting me.
I'm joking. I love my cousins.
I do too. He is rad.
I found a really good Gambit model.
Oh yeah?
Too. Yeah.
I'm
I've yet
honest-
to find a decent rogue, but
Yeah. Is this Pirate Homeworld? Again, Kirk, I'm not looking at it at the moment. I'm just letting the OST play. Oh, fair enough. Okay. Gotcha. Don't screw up. No. So did you end up getting new Pokemon Snap, Adam?
Not yet.
No.
I was gonna get it today. But because we were at Target and we have this plan of like, oh well, let's go through the store, get all the stuff we need, and go to the back, check out there.
Yeah.
Get the game. Pro moves, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Well, we did all that and then forgot to go to the back to check out. We're like in the line for like 10 minutes and we're like, oh crap. We're supposed to do. Oh man.
Yeah.
And so then we're like, let's just. I'll do it. I'm gonna go play it today anyway.
Yeah. I played a bunch of it when I first bought it, and then I haven't had time to play it since. So.
It looks good, man.
It's super fun. I can't believe they... Like, that is not a game I ever thought I'd see a sequel to.
No, I really liked the first one, but it was definitely like, well, I beat that, and I beat it.
Yep.
I have taken 100% of the photos that can be taken.
Yep. No, this one definitely doesn't have that.
It also only had like... The original only had like 50 Pokemon in it.
It didn't have very many. This one doesn't have, like, too many. Like, it's not completely bloated the way that the mainline Pokemon games are.
800?
Yeah, right?
I thought it has like 200.
It has a bunch. But by comparison to how many there actually are... Currently, mainline Pokemon's at 898. Good lord. That's too much.
That's nuts. I mean, the original 150 are still like the most endearing, though, too.
Oh, without a doubt.
I feel like very few Gen 2 or later stuck around a whole lot. Like, they'll make toys of whatever the new starters are, you know?
Right.
But, like, they're still making Charmander and Squirtle and Bulbasaur toys.
I'm so proud of this cartridge, and I hope the save battery never dies, because...
I have 2 of those.
Yeah.
I don't know why I have 2, because I only ever had 1.
Did you steal one from Paul?
No, he had red.
Oh.
He got red, I got blue. Chief advantages of having a brother.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I didn't have any friends who liked Pokemon at the time, and so I had both. And I just borrowed a Game Boy to try and transfer stuff.
I mean, as you are both aware, I didn't grow up with video games, so I played my buddy's copy of Red version until he, would invariably save over my file. Or just not let me save. But what are you going to do? I eventually got my blue version, and then by then the MIT glitch had been discovered, so I was able to catch all 151 without a second cartridge. And that was a lot of afternoons of grinding.
We had a Game Shark.
Yeah, we had that too when I was growing up.
So we would do the
Proper cheating.
Cinnabar Island thing, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The missing no glitch.
Yeah. And also, you could basically make your own.
Yep.
Pokemon with that. So it's like I dual typed an Onyx with electric.
Nice. Gen 1 is good, but I don't think there's a bad gen, just not as good gens. Yeah, that's fair.
No, I don't think that there's a bad. I don't think there's a bad one. I just think that like none of them have been as lasting.
Right.
There are Pokemon from all of them that people like, that are their favorites. Like, without a doubt.
Yeah.
But like, you don't have Pikachu coming out every gen.
Greninja Gen 5 is the most... Sure.
Really? The more popular than Pikachu? I don't believe you.
No. Because if I go up to... If I go... No. That maybe amongst Pokemon fans, but like, if you go up to non-gamer, like, random person on the street and say Greninja, they're not going to have a clue what you're talking about. But if you say Pikachu, they're going to know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, when you poll people, you're getting slanted data because you're polling Pokemon fans.
Absolutely. I don't know that I agree with that.
Exactly what it means. I think that, like, a lot of it is kids that really care about Pikachu.
Sure.
Like nothing else. Guarantee you Pikachu sells more merch than Greninja.
Absolutely. Because you get people like my boss, for example, who has, small grandchildren. If she comes to me and says, "Hey, should I buy this toy? It says Pokemon," it's probably going to be Pikachu. It's not going to be Greninja. But that's her caring about what her grandkids care about.
Eyes.
What's up, Birdie?
Oh.
So I just looked up the word popular. And the first hit is regarded with favor, approval, or affection, and then specifically qualified by people in general. So not by a specific niche audience. I don't know.
I would also be willing to believe that, like, Greninja stands mobilized, and we're like,
See, the argument, like, outside of like Pikachu,
Mm-hmm.
like what I was like growing up, like everyone loved Mewtwo,
Yep.
and like I always heard that like Greninja kind of like supplanted Mewtwo, not Pikachu.
Right.
yeah, that's a better. I don't think anyone will ever supplant Pikachu.
No, he's Japan's Mickey.
Right.
Yeah.
Pierre Le Donneau, Mickey Mouse of Luxembourg. Shoot, I could do better with this. I'm being dumb. There it is. I hate to sound so fixated on wrestling, but this feels like even if a performer is as big as they can get, we're yelling, "Are you bigger than Hulk Hogan in the 80s?" Dismissing them as lesser if they can't perform an impossible request.
But like, yeah, I mean, yes, that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.
But except for like Hulk Hogan, if Hulk Hogan in the '80s was still as popular now,
Right.
that's the difference.
I can't remember. Had I finished the Invincible cartoon last week?
Don't think so.
Okay. I've since finished it, and oh my goodness.
You like it?
That was fun. That was a fun ride.
Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah, I kind of thought it was just okay, but
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't phenomenal, but it was a fun ride.
I think that the comic book works a lot better, and I don't like being that guy, being like, well, the comic was better. But I feel like they skimp on the animation
Mm-hmm.
a lot.
It felt a little chunky.
Yeah, it's because they used CGI and try to make it look 2D, and
You
only
can't
Arc
do
System
that.
Works can do that.
Yep, can't do that.
The only people in the world that know how.
Yep.
It's what? Sorry, who can?
Arxis,
Arxis, yeah.
the people that make Guilty Gear, they made the Dragon Ball Fighter Z. They're like the only people that know how to do 3D and make it look like 2D and do it like flawlessly. They're so good at it.
Yeah. Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue, Grand Blue, Fantasy Versus, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Blaze Blue is the one I know them from. Oh my god, the color on Professor Pig is so boring. It's just 1,000 shades of cack.
Ugh.
Broody, RPD is going to DM you the video he knows is going through Adam's mind right now.
Which one? I've watched a few videos on it.
Yeah. New
I was
Frame
about
Plus.
to say the New Frame Plus one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was last week years old when I learned that the New Frame Plus is the same guy that used to be on Extra Credits when it was good.
Oh, Dan Floyd?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Boy, I haven't heard about him in a long time.
Yep.
I was friends with him briefly. I helped him out with some stuff at PAX. I doubt he remembers me now. So I should say I was casual acquaintances with him. I guess that's a better word.
Yeah, he was great, and then he left, and Extra Credits suck now. Real
Yep.
bad. They're just a meme.
Yep. And kind of a parody of themselves.
Yeah. The one that springs to mind is the "Oops, you're a Nazi."
Yeah. The other, former escapist content that's just a meme at this point is Movie Bob.
Yeah. Well, there's like a lot of drama with him too. Yeah. With what's her name? Lindsay Ellis.
Yeah. Well, he has a tendency to put his foot in his mouth.
I believe it. I did not follow any of that. I was like, well, one of them hates the other one for some, and I was like, I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. It's not important enough to me.
Yeah.
I appreciate Movie Bob for some of the points he makes about the Hollywood system, and that's about as far as I care.
Oh. Freehanding details.
Oh, dude.
Nice. Oh my
awesome
god.
Job.
That turned out good, dude.
Yeah. I'm going to use a pen for that. I'm not doing that with a brush.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't know, it's pretty good. It's not as symmetrical as I would have liked, but yeah. I've got like a super like replica zoomed in thing of Luke's helmet that I am referencing for this.
Fair enough.
The best detail work that I ever did was Mikey's skateboard.
That was cool.
Have you seen that?
Yeah. Chat hasn't though.
I should go grab that. I'll show you. I'll show that to chat. Oh, here it is. I freehanded that on there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It says pizza, and it has like it's hard to see with the light, but it's got like some of those has little triangles, like neon triangles, and squiggles.
80s style.
Yeah. So I did like the green edge, orange wheels, and then I manually painted pizza on the bottom.
I really was fond of I wrote "Ha" on the flak vests of all the Joker thugs.
Oh, nice.
Those came out great.
Very nice.
I think my favorite thought I've had while watching New Frame Plus isn't just noting down quotes, was watching the Ace Attorney video and thinking of this video in one image, the Virgin LA Noir versus the Ace Attorney. RPD, you'll be pleased to know I introduced my students to Defunct Land this week. Or no, 2 weeks ago. They were asking for something different than roller coaster videos, and I was like, alright. Well, allow me to introduce you to Nostalgia. We watched the Carmen Sandiego one. Allow me to introduce you to a man called Michael Eisner.
Groot has got some tough angles on here.
Mm-hmm.
It also, like, he's not sitting super well on the thing. I might have to touch up his base some later.
Mm-hmm.
Add some rocks or something like that. Because,
Yeah, it's a big base, so that means like it's more noticeable.
yeah, it's big, and it's also, he has 3 points of contact.
Yeah.
So like there's a tension to them.
Right.
Which is kind of irritating.
Excuse me.
Time to start washing these.
Yeah. Washing time, it's washing time. Hey everybody, it's washing time.
Okay. I need all three of you boys out here today. All hands on deck.
Which ones?
The three that I got: Null Oil, Reichland, Flesh Shade, and Agrax Earth Shade.
Okay, cool.
Them's the three. The Holy Trilogy.
Rush?
I'm gonna Earth Shade over. Get it here. Hopefully. I should say the entirety of Rocket. Well, I hope next time you show a roller coaster video, you prank them by making them watch the submarine quest that Kevin used. Yeah. I might. We've only got a couple weeks left in the year, and they keep begging for it, so. That immediately looks so good. I can't wait to dry brush this up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if how well you can see the branch.
Well, it's off the screen right there. You go. Yeah.
It's still.
It looks so good.
Yeah, just immediately.
How long did it take you to stop laughing at the Twilight Zone? Again. Yeah, well. I'll put it this way, RPD. I had to stifle my laughter. I was watching it at work, so. My boss was having a meeting in the next room. With her boss, which is, you know, by extension, my big boss. Who already does not care for most of us, because... Anyway. Yeah. Very funny. So I had to start packing up my library this week for renovation.
Oh yeah?
It's pretty mindless work. Literally just ripping books off the shelves and stuffing them in boxes. Because my intention is just to resort the collection next year anyway. So... The principal was all like, oh, you should put them all in the order that you took them off the shelf. I'm like, but what if I didn't?
What if I gave myself job security?
Exactly. But like, they badly need to be resorted anyway. I did all the nonfiction books 2 years ago because we eliminated the Dewey Decimal System. Because it doesn't make sense.
The Dewey Decimal System does it?
Yeah, it's all manner of wrong at this point. There's just too many categories. So they
Don't you know the Dewey
Decimal System. He's Conan the Librarian. I love that movie.
It's fantastic.
I love the Easter egg on the blue, or the DVD where if you just let it be, Al will come out and yell at you.
Muppet Christmas Carol will do that.
Yeah, yep. Kermit will yell at you. So what happened was, Kirk, too many books fall under too many, like, multiple categories, and it becomes inconsistent from library to library, where if you... What we're using is a system called... or a method called genreification, which basically categorizes books by genre, and then you actually have a solid, like a fluid continuum from one side of the room to the other, based on what. And yes, that is a Groot. It is Groot.
Yep, there's a Groot there, coming along very nicely. You let him dry up a little bit, and then there's a rocket right there.
Or to paraphrase that quote in reverse, Kermit was alive and so was Weird Al. Oh dear. That was an interesting noise.
It's a little bit on this. I really just need to start using my wet palette. I just realized what RPD said. And RPD, you know that Kermit's a puppet.
I've always been fascinated by how various Muppets operate. Did you know that Big Bird's wing is pinned to his side?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, so Carol Spinney, who, I mean, used to perform him, and someone else does now, but has one hand operating a wing and the other hand reaching up into the head.
Yep.
That completely fried my mind when I discovered that. And the Swedish Chef and Sam the Eagle and like Ernie and all those characters with fully articulated hands require two people to operate. Usually, Jim. What's that?
One person's doing the hands and the other is doing the mouth and stuff?
No. So actually, one person is doing the left hand and the head, and the other is doing the right hand. So like the Swedish Chef is Frank Oz and Jim Henson together. Or, okay, the original Swedish Chef. Obviously, that's definitely different now, but... And Kermit, the original Kermit, was actually Jim Henson's mother's peacoat.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And it is in the Smithsonian.
Only for dry brushes. Small one here.
Okay, Zach.
Yes, sir.
Washing for the jumpsuit. Do you think I should go with the Cassandra Yellow, or should I go a little bit darker with the Carisburg Crimson?
Okay, I'm going to take you on this journey, Mike. Fuegan Orange.
What?
Fuegan Orange.
I do not have that color available.
Ooh.
I was about to say, her hair, I did the same jumpsuit orange
Yep.
with the Carisburg Crimson underneath it. And then just highlighted with Fire Dragon Bright.
Okay, yeah. I don't love it. Go with the yellow.
Go with the yellow?
Yeah. I just... My gut feeling is go with the yellow. That's about as far as you need to take it, RPD. He knows. That said, the Defunctland miniseries on the Muppets is so good.
No, I love the Muppets. I'm a big fan of them.
Yep.
I have been since I was a kid. I'm not.
One of my coworkers is terrified of them, so I'll just like leave Muppet stuff around her classroom.
How you be terrified of Muppets? My favorite part is that like there's the weird phenomenon that like you can be with them. What's that?
You said phenomenon, and I said do. Which is from Muppets.
That you can be with them in person.
Yeah.
And see who's operating them, but like they still register as real.
Yeah.
To actors.
Yeah. It is a pretty crazy thing. One of the actors on the later seasons of Scrubs which is an alumni of the high school in our district, and in the early days of Twitter, when it was easy to reach out to someone like that, she was doing an AMA about the Muppets episode of Scrubs and how easy it is to work with some of those characters because they are so lifelike. The term for that phenomena would probably be particularly strong form of kayfabe. Maybe.
Maybe. I feel like kayfabe is effective though. Like,
Yeah.
you choose to do that, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, you kind of have to choose to interact with the Muppets too.
No, but like people do it involuntarily.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like when they meet them. That was good.
Nice. That's kind of why I say it's a particularly strong version. You may not be using kayfabe, but your brain is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, I need the Citadel app. Because I don't know what color to use for pink. Or what base to use for pink.
Streamer pink.
What?
Streamer pink.
Oh, I might have that. Bugger.
These Citadel guys. Unbelievable. Use an app for everything.
Well,
I don't use an app.
I know. Just Zach.
I just have it there. Like I said, I just did this dude. Streamer pink was the base that I hit the Emperor's Children on top of.
right.
So what was the other one I just did? I did the same thing for her. Speaking of anime stuff, I did the same thing for her hair and jacket and stuff.
Oh, cool. Whoa.
Yeah, very anime.
Holy crap. That startled the crap out of me.
I think that speaking completely honestly, instead of just joking and ragging on you, I do think that is an advantage of the Reaper, but the droppers, like I really like the droppers.
Mhm.
For that reason. And I really like their learn to paint stuff because they teach you out the gate to start mixing.
Yeah. I mean, I've done a fair amount of mixing, and I mean, I did that from the get-go when I first started painting. But now I've just got so many paints that I get, like, I forget what I have. So the app just keeps track of what I've got in front of me. Like what I've got for an inventory. Like, it was suggesting to paint it white and then use inks to turn it red. I'm like, yeah, no pass.
That looks so cool, man.
Right?
It just like turns out awesome. Look at that.
Now, did you dry brush it with the ink still wet?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, depending on what it is, I sometimes will do that. For two reasons. One is I'm very impatient.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
Two is I find it kind of blends better.
Okay, fair enough. I am with you on that journey.
If you want to select the fade now of all of dome to the eyes. I want these eyes. I want blackness in there. Okay, now comes the real tricky part. We're going to use some of this guy. This guy.
Elmer's glue.
Yeah.
What are you doing with Elmer's glue?
I'm
Flocking.
going to add some little tree bits. Some little some of this guy. Some of this.
Flocking.
Yes, right. That's the stuff.
What is it?
Blocking like this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna put that in a few places on here.
Do I still have one? No. Somewhere behind me. I haven't used that stuff in so long.
Yeah, I've been using it to I used one of them to make like kind of an alien landscape feel. Yeah. This one, so like the grass on this planet is this weird brownish.
Mm-hmm.
I've decided.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's this? Ugh, I'm looking up reference images of Professor Pig, and he is truly revolting.
It's the worst.
This person gave him gray hair. I don't know how I feel about that. All the reference images I have him with light brown. So where is...
Yeah, I sort of view Professor Pig as I can't remember the actor's name. He was in Zodiac. John
Leguizamo?
No.
Cusack.
Look it up.
Now you're just naming famous Johns.
That's literally
John Carroll Lynch. It's John Carroll Lynch.
Carroll Lynch. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, Professor Pig is John Carroll Lynch to me.
Yeah. And RPD says John Goodman.
No.
Oh my god, that'd be a terrible Professor Pig.
Oh my god.
I'm
And also terrifying.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of sold on it.
Yeah, me too.
I just want the 2 sprigs on Groot himself. Like, I don't want to overdo it.
Right. Oh my god, that's such a good move. I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna borrow that.
I think it adds a lot.
Yeah.
Instead of like painting green on there, but yeah, I really don't want to go nuts with it. I think just a cover there covers it.
You might.
And I'm gonna do it on the rocket one.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was gonna just going to suggest is.
Yeah.
I watched an interview with Chevy Chase this morning because I was bored and down a YouTube hole where he was talking about having a fist fight with John Belushi and or rather John Belushi instigated a fist fight between Chevy Chase and Bill Murray, and ever since then Bill Murray and Chevy Chase have been like at each other's throats. Sorry, our discussion of famous Bill or Johns was what made me think of that.
I don't remember what the YouTube channel was. There's one channel though that I watched that's really good, and they did a like documentary on Leslie Nielsen.
Oh, he was so funny.
Yeah, well, and just like kind of a genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh man, that looks good. I got one at the base and one up on the thing there.
Oh, nice.
So now, like, between the two of them, you look at them side by side.
Yeah, they go together. The only other place I was going to suggest considering putting some would be Groot's knee.
Yeah.
But I don't think you need it.
That looks so cool, the two of them together.
Yeah.
Boy, I did not anticipate how awesome that would turn out.
Yup.
That's the best part of this hobby.
Yeah. When you just kind of wow yourself.
Yeah, that you just like... I'm gonna put this stuff on there, and then you're like, oh geez, this is gorgeous now.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are done now.
Yep, I've almost got Professor Pig base coated here.
Hit the ring on Groot.
Alright, a little more Bugman's glow and we'll hit this guy with some ink.
I don't really know why I do this at all.
Do what?
I'll make the rings a certain color around there.
Well, when you prime things white, it kind of makes sense. Because you're going to have to do something anyway.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I just like how it looks.
Mm-hmm.
Every character having a different color. Someone was asking me if this means anything. Damn. I was like, nope.
Nope, it is purely aesthetic.
I'd say a very, very large percentage of my choices in life are purely aesthetic.
Yeah.
We got orange like a suit or yellow like a gun.
I was thinking yellow like the gun.
Yellow like the gun?
Yeah.
Good choice. Good choice.
There we go. Professor Pig is base coated.
Nice.
Hooray!
Now it's time to hit him with some ink. Call it.
I watched this video today of this guy this channel I watch is called Ninjon. Have you seen him?
I know of it, yeah.
He's a mini channel. And he found like he found some like 12-year-old paint that he had put away for one reason or another, and was like, well, I don't want these to go to waste, but they're all dried out completely.
Oh.
And so he tries some things. He basically adds water and medium and mixes them up, and the pigment is still good, and he completely rejuvenates these paints.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, he's like, some of them work better than others, but like overall you can do this. Yeah, there's our boys.
Nice.
Apologize for the crap camera angle. I'm trying to get some light on here for a photo.
It's alright. Oh shoot, I forgot. Actually, black shoes I kind of like. So, oh, I can do something cool with black shoes. Okay, no. I'm going with it.
I'm actually gonna cut out. This is helping us get to bed.
Alright, man.
So
Thanks for hanging out. We'll be done pretty soon here, too. So,
cool. Thanks, guys. Have
yeah,
fun.
no trouble. Have a good night, Adam. We'll talk to you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh, these finishing steps, they're always like the most grueling.
Yeah.
Professor Pig's not going to need a whole lot of work next week. He's going to be done pretty quick. So I decided to keep his shoes black for now, and then I'm going to use some grays to bring that out. And then I can drip some blood on his shoes too.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I'm thinking there. Bob Ross would be pleased. It was a happy little accident. The store's out of Recon Flesh Shade, and I'm like milking the last part of this can for all it's worth. I'm gonna have to pick someone next week who doesn't have a whole lot of flesh showing. Which
Killer
with
Croc.
what?
Killer Croc.
Yeah, I was thinking Scarecrow, but he's like he's so huge.
So much dry brush and snow.
What's that?
So much dry brushing for the snow.
Oh, I know, right? That is one base that I will leave white around the edge. For absolute sure.
Is there like a lighter blue wash other than the? I mean,
No.
I've got,
Nightshade is the only one they've got. There's the contrast paints that I sometimes use in that way, but... Athonian Camo Shade.
there you go.
Yeah!
There's that much of the light showing up on there.
And similarly, there we go. I am quite pleased with the base coating on Professor Pig. Let's hope I don't screw it up in layering.
Mm-hmm.
But now Mad Hatter is totally dry. I'm pretty okay with him too. Pretty pleased with the way he came out. Looks kind of like the Lucky Charms leprechaun, and I'm okay with that. All right. Well, I think is that a good place for you to call it?
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us all tonight. I will be back tomorrow night on the Handelabra Games channel at 6:00 p.m. for what the heck do I do on Sundays? That's Tales from the Archive. That's the one. It's late. I'm tired. And then tomorrow night at 9 on Adam's Brothers channel. It's Ryugami-san. We'll be doing This Is Difficult podcast. I'm sure we'll have something cool to talk about. No idea what it'll be yet, because we haven't talked to Chmali yet. We'll find out. And then I will be back here, might even be live some other times this week, because my wife's got extra work days, unfortunately. So we might have a whole bunch of Zach Sucks at games this week. We'll see. I keep telling Blank I want to play Sentinels of Freedom on stream, so we might bring that back. Mike, it is always a joy hanging out with you, man. I'm so glad we get to do this.
Yep, I'm glad to. I'm very excited about doing them too. So,
all right, take care, everybody. Be well. Bye.
Bye.